Welcome to another episode of Problematic the Podcast. Who I got in the building with me today?
Kahmakazie.
Kahmakazie. How'd you get that name?
When I was 17, I was listening to Still Don't Give a Fuck by Eminem.
Okay.
And he had a bar in there that said Kahmakazie strapping a motherfucking bomb across me. And at the time when I was listening to it, that's how I felt. So I stuck with it. And over the years, I kind of bounced back and forth with names. I went by Sean John because my name is Sean Johnson.
Okay.
So in high school, they called me Sean John, clothing brand and shit, you know what I mean? But I did that, and I also went to Lyrical Quest, but I decided on Kahmakazie because I like how it sounded.
Dope.
So,
If your music was a movie, what genre would it be?
if my music was a movie, what drama?
Drama.
Why?
Drama? Yeah.
Why? I don't know why I chose drama. I guess I think drama is reflective of life mostly. You got ups and downs and everything in between, you know what I mean?
Comedy and drama. I think that's like one of the oldest tattoos out there. That's pretty much
My
in
favorite
everything.
is horror, though. I love
It's horror?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Amityville, one of my favorite horror movies. But my
Nice.
ultimate favorite movie is Goodfellas. You can't go wrong with that. Even though that's kind of like crime/drama.
Right. Still drama. Dramatics.
Yeah.
Explain your title, Dark Shit Part 2, to someone who's never heard it.
It's just a bunch of negative shit. I mean, how can I put this? There are a bunch of ideas from my imagination, and I just put it on a track. So it's a mixture of, violence and just crazy shit. You know what I mean? Weird ass shit with drugs. You know what I mean? Just anything negative, descriptive of that's negative, I put it in that.
I dig it.
So,
On a scale from 1 to 10, how wild do your dreams get? You ever have any of your dreams
oh
inspire
yeah.
your music?
Do I ever have dreams about my music?
Do they inspire your music?
Not really.
Do they get wild though?
Yeah.
Scale to 1 to 10?
No, absolutely. I've had dreams where I've been killed.
That's a 10.
I've had dreams where I can't even put it into words because it's just like so much shit going on in it. But I think a lot of times your dreams are reflective of your subconscious and it's trying to tell you something. Now, there have been times where I looked at my dreams and I kind of realized it was a message to me to work on things in my life. You know what I mean? But I think we all go through that. I think we all have shit we put in the back burner, and then when we're sleeping, it'll just come to our conscience. You know.
For sure. People say your music gives school shooter vibes. What's the real emotional energy you're putting into your sound?
Well, at one point in my life, when I was in high school, I wanted to be a school shooter,
Oh,
and
man.
that's fucked up to say. But when I was a
We made it
teenager,
this far.
when I was a teenager, I was very angry, and I didn't have a lot of life experience. When I became an adult and as I grew up, my perception of things changed because, it's just you go through these different life experiences, you develop more of a conscience and this and that. You're not trapped in a place of hate all the time. But
Right.
at that time I was, and yeah, I mean, my goal with making a song like that, if I put something like that in there, isn't for somebody to go out and do it. I want people to understand the psychology behind it. You know what I mean? And maybe that can just help them understand, you know. School shooters are fucked up. Any mass killer is fucked up.
Right.
But there's always a psychology to it that we have to look into to help deter it. You know what I mean?
For
And
sure.
that's just like, I'll give another thought. I feel like every school should have armed guards, from private all the way down to your regular, just your regular school, because that's the only thing that's going to stop it. There should be metal detectors in every entrance, and yeah, to save people, that's what is required. And it seems like our stupid government doesn't take those precautions.
No,
And
they think that. I think
they
that in
do for
some
certain
places
schools,
they
but
think
not,
that'll scare people away.
no,
You know
not
what
at
I
all.
mean?
Not when it comes to the safety of people,
Yeah,
because
for sure. That
this
when
is
it comes to the
America,
safety.
and we have guns in America, and whether you make them illegal or not, people are always going to find a way to get them.
I seen today that some college kid just got arrested. He had some guns under his bed and ordered a bunch of ammunition to his dorm.
Yeah, you
I don't
know,
know what he was trying to get away with, but
that's crazy. I mean, even students having guns on college campuses, I can't say it's necessarily a bad thing because they could help protect people around them. It's just you have to look into, is the person legally allowed to own it and
right.
all that stuff. I mean, but to deter that, teachers could carry too, you know. And we could, like I said, we could also have armed guards. So yeah, I mean, that is what we should do. That is the answer. But for some reason, they don't want to put laws in place
Right.
that make that happen.
You feel like being a white guy in your lane affects how people interpret your music?
I don't think so.
You
Because,
don't?
well, yes and no. I mean, the thing is, I feel like Eminem opened the door for a lot of shit.
For sure.
And prior to Eminem coming in the industry, I mean, yeah, you had Vanilla Ice, you had Third Base, you know what I mean? But
MC
Eminem
Search.
was the one that really opened that shit. And, but yeah, at the same time, people were still judgmental because uh, rap is mostly like a black dominated music. So, but either way, I feel like it does, and I feel like it doesn't. Because people look at me and they say, "Oh, you don't look like you can rap," and then I rap, and they go, "Whoa," you know. So, how is a rapper supposed to look though? I'm just a regular dude, you know what I mean? I don't have no jewelry or anything, but I want people to look at my art and judge it, not
That's just what rap looks like on TV. I don't think
yeah.
you're required to have a chain to rap.
Even if I had all the money to spend fucking 50 grand on change or 100,000, whatever it would be, I wouldn't do it.
So, what is the biggest assumption people make how about you on how you sound?
I don't know because my sound has changed so much over the years. Some people like the fast stuff. Some people like the slow stuff. Uh, you repeat that again?
So, what's the biggest assumption people make about you based on how you sound?
Biggest assumption people make it.
Yeah, they listen to your music and they just make
Yeah.
an assumption about the
Um,
kind of person you might be. Without
maybe that I'm a
actually
little
knowing you.
negative sometimes. Um,
Your music's a little darker than most people, so
yeah, but I also have positive songs like that song I dedicated to Billy.
you smile
So
in person, so you know it's cool.
yeah, yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, listening to my music and how people perceive me personally.
Yeah.
It's a really good question because I don't think I've ever. No one's ever come up to me and be like, "Oh, I thought you were this based off how you sounded," you know. So it's kind of a hard question to answer.
I dig it. Finish this sentence for me. Real danger is
Real danger is when you can't defend your own life.
yeah.
I guess. I mean, what else? I don't know what else it would be, you know. I feel like that's all our.
What's the worst vibe you ever had to record through?
Oh man. Um, worst vibe I ever had to record through.
Mm-hmm. Like you just got to the studio, you wasn't feeling it when you were there. Shit is just off, but you paid for this time, so you're gonna use it.
Probably when I came to the studio half-assed trying to do something. Because a
That's
lot of times what'll happen is I'll be inspired at the moment and I'll tell Maddie, like, been putting me down this day. And then, go throughout the week, it's like I try to work on it, but at the same time, I work, so I sleep, and
Right.
my schedule's all fucked up. So I make it to the studio session and I record something, but I should be better prepared for that. I should have something down and ready to go. And most of the time, I do. But there's times where, it
Or
just
you
doesn't
don't?
work.
I dig it.
But I get my ass here anyway, and I try to make something happen.
If you had to pick one of your songs to explain it to your grandma, which song would it be? And how would you describe it?
Damn. That's a good question. Probably the one I dedicated to my friend Billy.
I
And
feel he
just
was gonna say that's the easiest one.
and yeah, and just what we went through.
Does your
And
grandma know you rap?
yeah, oh yeah, she follows me on Instagram.
Fire.
Shout out to Sharon. But yeah, my grandparents. Well, rest in peace to my grandfather. But my grandparents were one of the biggest motivating factors in my life because my dad wasn't there. So my mom's side of the family became my father.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And my uncle, grandfather, um, grandmother, cousin, etc. I love my family. My family is put forth before anything, especially my mom. So,
What's one real world moment that snapped you into the mood on your latest track?
I can't really say it was a real world moment. My latest track that I have is one with a tune, and it's just what I felt when I was writing it. It wasn't brought on by a moment. It was like I heard the beat,
Mm-hmm.
and I was trying to figure out the flow. And once I figured out the start of the flow, then it just unraveled from there. I was talking about like just being one with the music, but at the same time rapping for all these years and trying to get some notice. You know what I mean?
I feel that.
And I still got the hunger and all that.
What's the weirdest place inspiration has ever hit you?
Cemetery. A lot of times when you're walking through the cemetery, you see people and like
You walk through the cemetery often?
no,
Oh,
no, but I have a video where I shot in the cemetery in Boyertown.
okay.
But it's just like you're walking through the graveyard and you see all these people buried, and it makes you think of like what happened in their lives and just stuff like that. And through that, I've also gotten inspired to write music. Actually, the thing for Billy was brought on by visiting his grave.
Okay.
That song, and I'm working on another song for another friend I had pass away right now. So rest in peace to Derek. Um, that'll probably be out in a little bit once I finish it.
Is your music here to comfort the comfortable or disturb the uncomfortable?
A little bit of both. I want to have a good vibe, but I also want to have a bad vibe. A yin and a yang. You know what I mean? And
I feel that for sure.
I feel like that's every artist. So there's always negative and positive.
Some artists don't really be having a positive, man. I don't know
Yeah,
one
no, that's
positive
sad.
King Von song.
Good point. Good point. I have never heard anything positive from King Von. But I always admired the flow and the lyrical
Yeah,
ability to tell a story.
yeah. He was very nice, talented guy.
No, hell
I
yeah.
just don't remember one, I'm going to change my life and stop shooting people song from that man. So before we get out of here, tell the people where they can find you at.
Instagram Kahmakazie, Kahmakazie. YouTube Kahmakazie. Just put me in Google, man. It'll come up.
Appreciate you for coming by, brother.
Yep, no problem.